This video is made for adult collectors because one of my good friends made me play Nier Automata for the first time and it rounded the stick cover on my Xbox controller, so I had to buy new ones. So of all the figures we've got, like all the things that we have here, the ugliest I think I own are probably these two goobers. It's no secret my favorite Transformers product line is Hunt for the Decepticons, just like it's no secret I want a new Nitro Zeus, Evan, please. Anyways, I wanted to make a video on these two goobers from Hunt for the Decepticons, thinking it was a 2-pack, but then I remembered each one came with one of these, so now I guess this is a video on 4 toys. They both fell off the desk. And literally the only reason I own these two is because I have to. Hunt for the Decepticons, or Autobot Alliance, is my favorite line from Transformers, and as such, I wanted to make it my goal to collect every single retail figure from this line, and I'm about a third of the way there. But that meant I would have had to get these two fuckers, and good lord, they are hideous. But in a funny way, Brawl makes a bit more sense than Bumblebee, so we'll just get B out of the way first. Why is he green? This green does not, at least to me, go with this yellow. And the bits that are painted green are so strange. Oh god, I haven't actually looked at this thing in the light for ages. It's just been sitting in the shadow on my shelf till I started writing this, and I didn't realize the entire belly was also green too. It's so weird looking and it just doesn't feel right to me. Not to mention they're using like an I'm sick green, and it's the Cannon B mold, so it's an ugly looking deco on a strange Bumblebee mold. He came with orange Grindor. Brawl though, while these colors are also, I've been sitting in the sun for too long, yellow, and eating at that one Taco Bell in LA, brown, I think they chose a set of ghastly colors that work well enough that I don't want to peel my eyes out looking at them. The Deluxe Brawl mold has always been special to me because it was one of the toys that got me into wanting to collect Transformers. Movie Jazz, Starscream, Brawl, and Megatron, those were the ones. And the camo pattern here also kind of helps this deco not look as egregious as B. Ooh, light show. I'm sorry. He is still a bit clunky, but unlike the regular deco of the movie mold, I've owned twice in the past, by the way, this one's shoulders like staying tabbed in. He comes with white and blue Jolt. And that's why I thought these two came in as a set together, because they're so ugly that they sort of just fit. So these two are old, and because they're old, their articulation is also old. We'll do Bumblebee first. Cannon B, I think I've talked about this mold before. I think I have talked about this mold in the past, but in case you missed it, head, ball joint, you get some actual like really nice range at this ball joint here. These we're just gonna fold those away because they kind of hinder the rotation. There he goes, he rotates at a weird angle. But you have rotation there. Shoulders, ball joints, they can also shift up and down. You have elbow and bicep rotation, there it is, really stiff. The thumb can open and close, I guess, but no wrist swivel because, you know, gorilla arms. He does have drop down hips, so he can kick like all the way up if you want. The ball joint at the thighs, no thigh rotation. Knee that bends mostly 90 degrees, almost 90 degrees, something like that. Those are coming untabbed. And then the feet can move forward and back, and then you have a toe joint. So that's it. Get him out of the way. Brawl is more interesting. So Brawl has a ball joint at the head, same sort of tilt and up and down, but like it bobbles a little bit because of the Mechalive Automorph gimmick. You do have shoulders that are on ball joints, they can go out that far. You have a dedicated bicep rotation and a universal elbow. Nothing at the wrist. This can rotate and the claw can fold in. You can have the machine gun or the cannon on this side. Turret bits at the back can ball joint and are on mushroom pegs, so you have that as well. No like waist joint because this is all locked into place. Hips can go forward. They can not really go back that far. They can go out about that far. You also have this joint in the middle that's more transformation. No thigh rotation. You have 90 degrees of bend at the knee, though it's very stiff, and it bends like inward. You see that? Because of the way the thigh is shaped, right? When you lift the thigh up, the leg rotates in, and then the knee goes in. It's a bit weird. And then nothing at the feet. Now these bits right here, for tank mode, they sit here, and then for robot mode, they sit back here. They like to wobble in and out quite a bit. And I think this brown is this brown is painted. So I can totally see that actually it is scratching off. Oh no, it's not scratching off. Okay, I don't know how well you can see that, but the tread paint is rubbing onto the brown paint here and staining it with that. It's not rubbing off, it's eating this paint onto this. That's weird. So that's them, the ugly ducklings from Hunt for the Decepticons. Well, there's actually another set that's ugly, but I don't have that one yet. Their alt modes, well, they don't really improve much in the way of looks, especially Bumblebee. Funny that the Legion toys in this set are the ones that look the nicest until you see Jolt's flames. All right, so we'll transform these two first before we get to the big guys. So we'll do Grindor first because he's the least interesting. You just fold these up there, then you fold the legs out around the back here, and just get them tabbed in. This, funny enough, this mold was the first toy I ever got when my family moved to Australia, because we lived in Australia for 3 years, Sydney, Kellyville, all that sort of stuff. We went to Castle Towers in Castle Hill, giant mall, and went to a store called Uncle Pete's, and I got myself a Blackout from like this mold because our stuff hadn't arrived yet from Canada. That was the only like toy I had for a while, was this and a Mars Mission Lego set. So this mold is very interesting. It's very intricate for a Legion toy because you gotta fold the feet up, you bring this section back, and then you fold the head in, and then you split this, and then you bring this up, then you fold these at the knee and then rotate them forward, and they will sit and tab into the front and into this blue part here, and then the arms shift into place. Cannon Bumblebee. So to start with, we're going to fold up the feet and bring these sections down on the side into place, there we go. It doesn't want to tab in. Open this section up, fold the head up. Then we're going to bring this up right here, bring this section back, fold up the windshield and get it around the roof, and then just sort of finagle all of this. There it is. So get the head in, get the chest in, get this folded around the windshield, get the legs pegged together. They peg together at the back and at the windshield. Then you just slot it in and snap that into place. Then we're gonna make sure the seats are folded down so that they are actual seats. I do like the fact that this does have real seats in it. You close up the doors on both sides. Then you take the arms and you fold them down, and they will just sort of compress in. And there you have Bumblebee in his Camaro mode. Brawl is kind of funny to me because Brawl's transformation in the legs specifically hasn't really changed that much. They've added more steps to it, but essentially it's the treads accordioning onto the legs. The leader does this, the MPM does this, and like the what's it called? The Studio Series does it. It just does it on the back. It's kind of funny. We're going to close up that hook. We're going to bring this section down and extend it. It will fire the missile because it's very, very trigger happy. We're gonna fold these bits back here and then rotate them forward and then spin the turret around. Then we're going to untab the shoulders from both sides, and that will just sort of flop this down here. The missile flew out again. The missile is very tired. It's very eepy, right? And this will just accordion its way into here, and then that will slide into place. This doesn't tab in, but has enough friction up here to stay in place. And then this arm, you do the same thing to, but it just tucks the sort of claw thing under there. And then you close these two sections up at the side, and that's your turret all done. I do like how the arms just sort of hide in the turret. I always thought that was clever. Then you fold these down, fold the feet up, straighten out the back sections here, all the way. And then you snap the legs together. Then we want to take this chest section, fold it down, and the head will fold up. I always thought when I was younger that the treads were supposed to move too, and they are. Actually, you know what? No, they are. It's just broken. Okay, so my treads are broken. None of the gears are spinning when I bend that. I've never noticed this was broken before. Okay, it's broken. It's never worked out of the box, so I guess that's just, and it was brand new, so whatever. So you want to take these bits and bring them around and get them over top of the tread sections here. And this, for some reason, doesn't like staying on my copy. It's very odd. Then you rotate the turret around, close it all into place, and put the missile back into the tank, and voila, tank. The green windows, they ain't it, Chief. I am glad they didn't make the stripes green, though. They stayed black, and they are some very clean stripes. Like, this mold's car mode has always been good. I have no issues with how the car looks. It's just, why green? My favorite color is green, and I still don't like this. Brawl actually looks pretty good in this mode. I like this deco. I could totally see it being on a real tank. The camo really comes out here and brings the whole deco to life, and he has a firing missile. Grindor is still orange as hell, but there's honestly nothing wrong with this little guy. Jolt is pretty good too, till you see those neon green flames, and they are very weird to see on a Volt. Like, it's the weirdest set of figures from this line for me. I don't know why they chose to do these decos for these particular molds, and God, that bee is going back on the shelf, hidden behind the other guy, so I don't have to look at it anymore. I'm glad I have them because completionism, but yeah, there are definitely better versions of these molds or these characters out there. But that's my look at Hunt for the Decepticons Ugly Bee, Ugly Brawl, Ugly Grindor, and Ugly Jolt. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.